Hello everyone, let's practice IELTS Academic Reading Test 8. Let's start with the section 1. Passage, Spider Silk and Lightweight Bridges. Let's get into the questions. Questions 1 to 5. Which paragraph contains the following information? Write the correct letter A to E. Question 1. The possible environmental benefits of spider silk. Let's look at the paragraph E. It says, if scientists succeed, bridges of the future could be lighter, more efficient, and even more environmentally friendly than today's structures. So, the environmental benefits mentioned here is about eco-friendly bridges. So, the correct answer here is E. The next question 2. Difficulties in ensuring consistent production quality. Check paragraph D. It says, producing long, uniform fibers with consistent quality is still difficult. That directly answers our question. Difficulty in maintaining consistent quality. So the answer here is D. The next question 3. Why natural spider silk cannot be harvested in the bulk? From paragraph B. Since collecting natural silk in large quantities is impractical, scientists have turned it genetically modified organisms. So yes, natural silk cannot be cultivated in bulk because of its impractical to harvest from spiders. So the correct answer here is B. The next question 4. A description of spider silk strength compared to steel. Go to the paragraph A. Spider silk is not only extremely light but also 5 times stronger than steel of the same diameter. That clearly compares spider silk to steel. So the answer here is A. The next question 5. How spider silk could reduce the overall cost of construction? From paragraph C. Replacing this with silk based cables could significantly reduce the overall weight of the bridges while maintaining their strength. This could not only lower construction cost but also allows for more innovative designs. So the answer here is C. Next question 6 to 10. Part B. Complete the flow chart. Choose no more than 2 words from the passage for each answer. Let's complete it step by step. Development of spider silk for bridges. Spiders produce dash that is stronger than steel. We know it from paragraph A that spiders produce silk that is stronger than steel. So the answer here is silk. The next question. Scientists uses dash organisms to copy proteins. From paragraph B. Scientists have turned genetically modified bacteria, yeast and goats. So the answer here is genetically modified. The next question. Artificial silk spun into dash. From the paragraph B, it says they can be spun into threads resembling the spider's web. So the answer here is threads. And the next question. Potential use. Replace dash into bridges. From the paragraph C, we can see that replacing steel cables with silk based cables. So the answer here is steel cables. And the next question. Result. Bridges become dash and cheaper. From the same paragraph. Could reduce the overall weight, lighter and lower construction cost. So the answer here is lighter. Next questions 11 to 13. Part C. True, false or not given. Question 11. Spider silk is both strong and flexible. From the para A, we can see that it combines flexibility with strength. So the statement here is true. And the next question 12. At present, spider silk is widely used in bridge construction. Nowhere in the test does it says it's already used. It says potential application. So the statement here is false. The next question 13. Scientists are uncertain if spider silk can withstand extreme climates. From the para D, we can see that Questions about durability and the harsh environmental conditions need to be resolved. So the statement here is true. Section 2 Passage Revolutions in Mapping. Questions 14 to 18. Part A. Choose a correct letter. Question 14. Who introduced map projections to aid ocean navigation? Paragraph B says notable figures such as Gerardus Mercator introduced projections that helped sailors navigate oceans. So the option A is correct, Gerardus Mercator. The next question 15. Which innovation allowed maps to be reproduced widely in the 19th century? Paragraph C says photography and printing technologies, maps could be reproduced widely. So the option B is correct, printing technology. The next question 16. What technology provided real-time updates on land spaces? Paragraph D says satellite imagery provided real-time updates on weather, urban development and natural disasters. So the option C is correct, satellite imagery. And the next question 17. Early medieval maps often emphasized. Paragraph A says medieval maps placed Jerusalem at the center, highlighted religious rather than spatial priorities. So the answer here is B, artistic and cultural priorities. And the next question 18. GIS is primarily used to. Paragraph D says Geographic Information Systems GIS allowed vast quantities of spatial data to be analyzed and visualized. So the answer here is A, collect and analyze spatial data. Next part B, matching. Match the innovation with its main purpose. Question 19, triangulation. In the para B, we can see that the introduction of triangulation and longitude calculation allowed cartographer to create maps with greater accuracy. So the answer here is C, improve accuracy in mapping and navigation. The next question 20. Aerial photography. In the para C, we can see that aerial photography in particularly enabled surveyor to capture land space in the unprecedented detail and maps could be produced widely. So the answer here is A, produce map widely. The next question 21. GIS. In the para D, we can see that geographic information systems allowed vast quantities of spatial data to be analyzed and visualized. So the answer here is B, analyze and visualize spatial data. The next part C, complete the summary. Complete the sentence below. Use no more than 2 words from the passage. Summary, revolutions in mapping. Over time, mapping have evolved from. In the para A, we can find that mapping has undergone several revolutions over the centuries, transforming from simple hand-drawn sketches to highly accurate digital representations of the world. So the mapping have evolved from hand-drawn sketches. The next question 23. The 16th and 17th centuries saw the use of. Let's find the answer from the para 2. The 16th and 17th centuries marked a turning point with the development of more scientific methods, the introduction of triangulation. So in the 16th and 17th centuries, triangulation has been introduced. And the next question 24. In the 19th century, let's find the answer in the para 3. In the 19th century, the advent of the photography and printing technology further revolutionized mapping. Aerial photography in particular enabled surveyors to capture land space in unprecedented detail and maps could be reproduced widely. So the answer here is aerial photography. The next question 25. Digital mapping relies on. Let's find the answer in the passage. It is mentioned that satellite imagery provides real-time updates on weather, urban development and natural disaster. Companies such as Google and OpenStreetMaps have made digital maps widely accessible. So the digital mapping relies on satellite imagery. The next question 26. Maps must balance accuracy with. Cartographers must balance accuracy with readability, ensuring that maps communicate complex information clearly. So the maps must balance accuracy with readability. Next, section 3, the future of urban farming. Questions 27 to 31, part A. Choose a correct heading for each paragraph. Choose A to G, write the correct letter. Question 27, paragraph A. In the paragraph A, it says, this approach reduces the need for long distance transportation, cutting greenhouse gas emission and ensuring fresher produce. That's clearly about environmental benefits. So the heading is F. Environmental benefits of local produce. And the next question 28, paragraph B. The passage says, hydroponics, a method of growing plants without soil using nutrient-rich water, allows crops to be cultivated indoor with minimal space and resources. Similarly, aeroponic suspends plant roots in the air and spray them with nutrients, making it possible to grow food in the environmental previously considered unsuitable. These are both modern technologies, so heading A is correct. Technological innovations in urban agriculture. Next question 29, paragraph C. Listen to this line. Local residents often participate, which foster a sense of ownership and social cohesion. That's about community and social bonding. So the correct heading is B. Social benefits of urban farming. And the next question 30, paragraph D. Paragraph D says urban farming faces challenges like limited space and high setup costs. So that's direct. The heading is D. Challenges facing urban farming. And the next question 31, paragraph E. Paragraph E says policymakers are offering incentives such as tax break and grants to encourage urban farming projects. So the correct heading is here C. Government support and incentives. Next, questions 32 to 36, part B. Choose a correct letter A to D. Question 32. Hydroponics allows crops to be grown. From the passage, we can say that hydroponics, a method of growing plants without soil using nutrient-rich water, allows crops to be cultivated indoors with minimal space and resources. So the option B is correct. And the next question 33. Aeroponics is different from hydroponics because it. From the passage we can see that similarly aeroponics suspends plant roots in the air and spray them with nutrients. Hydroponics uses water but aeroponics uses air. That's the difference. So the answer here is B. And the next question 34. Community involvement in urban farms helps too. From the passage we can see that local residents often participate in planting, harvesting and maintaining crops, which foster a sense of ownership and social cohesion. So the option C is correct. Promote social cohesion. The next question 35. Urban farms are unlikely to. From the passage we can see that some experts argue that urban farms are unlikely to replace traditional agriculture entirely. So the option B, replace rural agriculture entirely, is correct. The next question 36. Incentives from policymakers include. Let's find the answer in the passage. Policymakers are offering incentives such as tax breaks and grant to encourage urban farming projects. So the option B is correct. Next questions 37 to 40, part C. True, false or not given. Question 37. Urban farms help reduce greenhouse gases emission. Let's scan the paragraph and see what the information matches the question. His approach reduces the need for long distance transportation, thereby cutting greenhouse gas emission. The sentence clearly says cutting emission, so yes, it's true. The next question 38. Aeroponics is a traditional soil based technique. Let's find out what the passage tells us about this. Aeroponics suspends plants' roots in the air and spray them with nutrients. It's not soil based. Roots are in the air, so the statement is here false. And the next question 39. Schools are involved in urban farming education. Here the exact sentence from the passage. Educational programs in school and community centers help raise awareness. So the passage clearly mentions schools, so it definitely true. And the next question 40. Urban farming can completely replace rural food production. Alright, let's find the answer together. Here in the passage, we can find that some experts argue that urban farms are unlikely to replace traditional agriculture entirely. The word unlikely means it cannot completely replace rural farming. So the answer here is false. Thanks for watching and follow us for more videos.